Sorry.
I was looking for you.
Sorry. Me.
I was worried.
I just needed a minute. I know I'm being silly to be so upset.
Rickman won't be bothering you again, that's for sure.
But people will want to know, and some of the things that he said...
Forget about the little creep. Feeding off other people's misery, it's disgusting.
But some of it is true. How could I not see Joey for who he really was?
None of us did.
Well, you were suspicious.
Only at the end, and only because I had something to go on.
But I had things to go on too. He was horrible to me about you and Dinesh. He was so judgmental and so angry. And the day that he picked me up in his van, he was so odd. Why couldn't I see that for what it was?
You're a nice person. You want to see the best in everyone.
I am stupid and foolish. I didn't want to see such a thing. If I had read the papers, if I had told the police about the white van, it might have all been so different.
You have to stop beating yourself up about this. You are not to blame.
Why do I feel as if I am?
A lot of us do. Some of us are meeting up at the IV. A few drinks, a chance to talk over what happened with Joey. We should go, yeah?
Yeah. And be good to not feel so alone.
Never that. Okay? I'm here.
You've upset Libby, you know.
I'm sorry.
She feels that you've slammed a door in her face and she doesn't know what you want from her.
You think I should stay clear?
As a matter of fact, I don't. You've had your share of problems. More than enough to blow a lot of people apart, but you keep getting back together. It's like you can't help yourselves. Which makes me think there is something good going on.
I don't deserve her at all.
Rubbish. But don't you go putting her on a pedestal. I love her dearly, but she's too prone to putting herself up on one. You know that she's sweet and loving, so why don't you just get on with it?
Oh, thank you, Yvonne.
But the vultures sure are circling. I had a microphone stuck under my nose when I came out of morning theatre.
And I have a journalist masquerading as a patient.
Ken Rickman has been stalking Shanti.
Oh, poor you.
All in the name of public interest.
I suppose there is a need to understand. They wanted to know my first impression, as if I should have identified Joey as a serial killer the minute I laid eyes on him.
Well, I thought he was sweet. He was so anxious and eager to please. I liked him.
Oh, come on, it was all an act.
Hey,
He killed 5 women. 6.
Cindy Young in Port Moresby was his first victim.
6, yeah. It's only good luck that Alice wasn't number 7. He was evil. And I wish he'd taken that walk off the roof months ago.
No, there was more to Joey than what he did. He was damaged.
Mad or bad, what difference does it make? Nobody here is sorry that he's dead.
But shouldn't we be? Or aren't we just as bad as him?
Now's not the time to be feeling sorry for Joey. Not ever, I think. If you're not angry, it's like you're saying never mind about Brenda and Beth and all the others.
Longer hours will mean more staff.
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue now we're a safer place to work.
We'll look at funding.
Took me ages to track down.
Thank you. I'm curious, how do you do that?
Sorry, not following.
Treat women with an appalling lack of conscience, then reel them back in. What is it, a learned ability, an innate sense? What is that?
Not your concern.
I cannot believe a woman of Tony's intelligence would fall for it.
Is she?
Against my advice.
Hardly a surprise.
If I thought for a moment it was anything more than you salving your wounded pride...
I'd stop right there if I were you.
Yeah. Tony needs a man who's going to put her first, and that sure as hell isn't you.
And this from a man who has always put his wife first. Now maybe, but only because you nearly lost her. If I have any chance of getting all my family back, I will be grabbing it with both hands.
I'm paying for us lot, thanks. It's time to leave.
Yeah.
My place tonight?
Okay. There are still so many questions running around in my head. I'm angry too, like everyone else.
Yeah, but we can't keep dwelling on it. How about tonight we get some takeaways, a couple of DVDs, your choice. I'll even watch Bollywood if it'll cheer you up.
So we just pretend it never happened?
No, but we've got to move on. We can't let Joey hang over our heads for too long.
No.
Chris has some counsellors on tap. Maybe you can...
I'd rather talk with you.
Okay, but how about tonight we try forgetting about it, eh?
Are you busy?
Not really, just the usual.
I've been thinking about you a lot. Such an awful time. I've been worried about you.
I'm okay.
I can see that you're not.
We're all still in shock, I guess. I mean, someone we liked and worked with did.
Look, I'm going to a trade fair in Melbourne in a few days' time. I would love you to come with me.
I couldn't.
But some time away would be good.
The hotel is excellent, and Melbourne has many very good restaurants.
Now isn't really not the...
And while I'm working, you could relax in the spa or shop to your heart's content. On my credit card, of course.
I wouldn't be good company.
Look, once we are there, you will start to feel better.
And I know we would have a very special time.
Sorry, Sunil,
Don't say no. Take your time to think about it. I don't mean to pressure you, but it would mean so much to me if you said yes.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Hi. Not a good day?
Oh, work's fine. In fact, I should get back because when I stop, I start thinking about Joey.
He seems like such a nice guy.
All an act. I'm supposed to just think he was evil.
But how did he get like that?
Yes. I can't just be angry at him. But then I think about Brenda and Beth and Meg, and I feel all this anger, but it's a useless feeling, like blackness.
That will pass. It's just hard to imagine that it will right now.
Like grief. But I'm not allowed to grieve for Joey.
Who says?
I should get back.
Or, we could go to the temple and pray for Joey.
Okay. You're going to tell me to mind my own business, aren't you?
No, I just have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of my life right now.
But if you do get back with Uncle Chris, Dad's going to fall to pieces. We know what'll happen. Sorry, it'll only be Dad's fault if he starts taking drugs again. And I know I've done this before. You and Dad were really good together.
We were.
So were me and Harry.
But then came the bad times.
There were bad times with Uncle Chris.
Yeah, so I should repack them both the Warner Brothers, shouldn't I? Except I won't. Because Chris is Harry's dad. And I care a lot about your dad.
It's about how much, isn't it?
And at the risk of sounding selfish, it's about what's right for me as well.
I'm being totally selfish. So pick Dad.
Actually, I should go outpatient clinic this afternoon.
Oh, well, thank you for going with me. It helped a lot.
That's good.
Sometimes I'm lonely here.
You have many friends?
Well, yes, but they are different. Yeah, with you, I know that you understand more than just what I say. You understand what I'm thinking and feeling, and especially at times like this. It means a great deal.
Perhaps not.
Sorry.
I want to be your friend, Shanti, but when you talk of your feelings, it should be with Scotty, shouldn't it?
Well, there are some things that we find difficult to talk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be unfair to you, especially after going to the temple with me.
Back again. I don't know why. What's going on, Kieran?
Nothing, it's just a busy time.
Please be straight with me, Kieran. I know that you're upset about Joey, but last night when we talked, I felt really close to you.
Well, that's not how I feel right now. I need some time and space.
But times like these, when you've gone through awful stuff, we should be more together than ever.
That's not what I want. Can you just leave me be?
Hi. Is it too soon to ask if you've made a decision about Melbourne?
I'm late back.
Libby's unhappy again, and it's always because of you.
Well, not for much longer, I hope.
You should leave her alone. I'm not talking to you about it. She'd be happy with me. I'd make sure of it. I've asked her to go to Melbourne with me for a few days, but she'll turn me down because of you. You'll only keep on making her unhappy. She should come with me, yeah?
Yes. And there's been a change to Mr. Harris's meds, so check the charts.
Will do.
Can I help you?
I just wanted to let you know that Shanti and I went to the temple together.
Okay.
She's confused and distressed about Joey Henderson's death.
I know this.
She should turn to you in times of upset, but sometimes you don't understand her very well.
And you do.
Yes, because we're friends and we share common values.
So if she had any sense at all, she'd marry you.
So only trying to explain that when there's a crisis, we look for spiritual...
I don't need your explanations, and Shanti doesn't need you hanging around. If you're really concerned for her, back off.
He has shut down completely. When I talk to him, it's like he's a total stranger.
Now, Kieran has been through a lot.
I know that, Mum. So have you. So have a lot of people. But how am I going to help him if he won't even talk to me?
Maybe the best thing you can do right now is what he asks.
I'll give him some space. That is such a cliche.
You ask for my opinion. I can't help it if you don't like it.
I love him, Mum, and I know he loves me, but if he is going to shut me out every time something awful happens, then that is not a relationship.
I don't know what to tell you, except you can't force Kieran to be anything but what he is. If he needs time, you're going to have to give it to him. Oh, sorry, love. Kia ora, Shortland Street.
Libby, you see what you've done? I'm reduced to following you like a lovesick puppy.
Sunil, now it's not...
I'm a persistent man. I want you to come to Melbourne with me. You'll absolutely enjoy it. Kieran thinks so too.
What?
We talked and he agrees you'll be happier with me.
Okay, let's do it.
You'll come. You sure?
Very sure.
Excellent. Hey, come in. How are you?
All right, you?
Going great guns. Well underway with an outline for the book. Come have a look.
Actually, I was hoping to speak to Chris.
He's not home right now. You're going to get back with him, aren't you?
We need to talk. We have Harry to consider.
All right, so the kid is going to be your excuse. Despite the fact that he's a lying, cheating lech.
Who's putting a roof over your head?
Oh, and that makes him a saint? So what am I, the loser? The grand prize goes to a totally faithless, disloyal...
Maybe I should go.
No, don't worry. I'm not going to interfere in your touching little reunion.
Guy, don't...
You're here. Great. I was going to call you, see if you wanted to get together for dinner. Red or white?
Actually, I don't think I'll stay.
Please don't go. There's something I need to say about last night.
Yeah, the kiss, that was a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Yeah, but it felt right. But maybe we got just a little ahead of ourselves because we should probably take things slowly. But, whatever. I want us to try again, and I'm hoping that you do too.
Yes, but it's too soon.
Well, there's something to work towards. Please, Tony.
I can't.
Here it is.
Nearly ready?
About 15 minutes to finish up. You don't have to wait for me.
Amy, can you cover for Shanti for a quarter of an hour?
Sure.
Leave that. For you.
They're beautiful.
My less than original way of saying I've been a thoughtless pig and I'm sorry.
You have nothing to apologise for.
I never even considered that you might have a different perspective on Joey than I do. I treated you like some extension of me, and I'll try not to do that again. Am I forgiven?
Of course you are.
Good. Otherwise, this would have been a waste of money. Open it. Shanti, will you marry me?
We're back in Shortland Street tomorrow at midday. Still to come today, though, Craftmaster continues and tonight's apprentices battle for the ceramics crown at 7 o'clock.